On today's show, the Rams take on the Eagles. No, it's not the NFL, it's Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids, brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Quiz Kids. Two terrific teams, as always. Let me introduce them to you now. First over here, we have the Harker Eagles. And they are taking on the Westmoor Rams. Let's take a moment and meet the Eagles. Richard Cho, you are, in addition to a student, a teacher as well. What do you teach?
I teach mental math every Saturday at a local school.
Every Saturday, for the last 4 years, you've been teaching middle schoolers various levels of math?
Yeah, from the beginning to the intermediate to the advanced, people who go to international competitions like I did when I was younger.
Wonderful. And when I asked you, does that mean you want to be a teacher, you gave me a strange blank stare.
Well, it's a nice hobby, and I think everyone should.
I'm sure many teachers say the same thing. Olivia Zhu, you're also a senior. This is kind of a sweet story. You have a nephew, and you have this rivalry with your brother as to who the nephew will like more.
Yeah, actually, my little cousin Roger, he always thinks my brother is the cool one in the family, so he wants to hang out with him and not with me, even though I help him on his homework.
Right, so you decided to do something really cool to change his mind.
Yeah, I thought I would bake him bread in the shape of an alligator to try and make him like me a little bit more.
That is such a cool idea. Bread in the shape of an alligator. Unfortunately, the bread didn't come out so well.
I think it was okay. He ate it, and then he went back to my brother.
Oh, really? Well, man does not live by bread alone, Olivia. Vikram Sundar, you're a freshman. Welcome, 9th grader. Last winter, your family took a trip to Spain.
Yes, we did.
Quick trip.
I know. It was only 4 days.
4 days, and you saw 3 cities. What did you see?
We went to Madrid, Seville, and Granada.
Really? And what was your favorite city?
I liked Seville the most.
Why?
I got to practice my Spanish there, and I like talking to the natives in their local language.
Ah, good. Very good practice. Did you get a haircut from the famous barber?
No.
No? Oh, well. Look, I'm going to give you a chance to make 100 points right now, haircut or no. All you have to do is answer 7 questions, each worth 10 points. Give me the right answers to all 7. I'll give you a 30-point bonus. But first, you have to choose the category for today, and they are What a Laugh, The Bunny Slopes, and The Whole Tooth. Which category do you want?
I think we're going to go with the bunny slopes.
The bunny slopes. All right. You're going to name these things having to do with winter sports. Okay? Here's your first question. Sean White might tell you that this sport's inventors called it snurfing.
It's snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
That is right. It's the Willow to Nome dog sled race.
It's the Iditarod?
Yeah,
The Iditarod?
That is correct. These mark the toughest ski slopes.
The Black Diamond.
That is right, Black Diamonds. In this sport, 2 teams slide granite rocks down the sheet to the house.
Curling. Curling?
Correct. The movie Cool Runnings featured this country's bobsled team.
Jamaica?
No, Finland, I guess.
No, Jamaica had its own. Jamaica?
Correct. This Olympic event combines skiing and shooting.
Oh, it's like cross country.
Wait, is it
Cross country rifle shooting?
I'm sorry, it's the biathlon. And finally, ice resurfacers are named for him because he invented them.
Oh, Zamboni. Zamboni?
Right, for 60 points. Congratulations. We'll be right back to meet the other team after these messages. Let's say hello to the Westmoor Rams and KK Mitose. You are a band geek.
Yes.
I mean, you wear that label proudly, don't you?
I do.
And you play?
I play the flute.
Since how long have you played the flute?
4th grade.
Marching band?
Yes.
Advanced band?
Advanced.
Any other bands?
No, I didn't do like other like jazz band or anything.
None of that stuff, but boy,
Yeah.
that's a long time committing to that. Do you think you'll be going off to college and continue to play the flute?
As a hobby, but not like seriously.
But it's been a good run.
It's been a really good run.
Excellent. Emil Leaño, you're a junior. And actually, Emil, we could talk about many interesting things, but this is kind of a historic moment. Last night you went driving with your friends, and what happened?
I was driving with my family and along San Bruno Mountains, and we actually got to see snow.
Not just on the ground, but falling from the sky. Yeah, this is kind of historic for our area, right? To see snow. So that people will now know when we tape the show, you saw snow. Congratulations, Emil. I hope it has a profound effect on your life. It did on me in 1972.
It's my first time.
Yeah, really. Tommy Ng. Tommy, your coach introduced you to me as a badass badminton player, which to me sounds sort of like a dangerous poodle. But badass badminton. But you said there are 50 people on your team, so badminton does have a strong appeal to a lot of people. What do you love about badminton?
I love that you can like socialize with other people and meet new people when you go to like, other schools and play with their team too.
Yeah, that is very nice. And also, it's a really light thing. You can get it across the net.
Yeah. So
I love that. So anyway, you guys want to earn some points? Choose a category. What a laugh or the whole tooth.
What a laugh.
What a laugh. Name these things that end in FF. A double F will be the ending of all your answers, okay? Number 1. This magistrate in Nottingham was Robin Hood's enemy.
Oh my God. I don't remember.
No answer.
No answer? The Sheriff of Nottingham? Never heard of him? The Sheriff, okay.
No.
It's a steep cliff or a misleading diversion. What do we call a steep cliff or a misleading diversion?
No answer.
We see that in poker a lot, a bluff. This is the name of Canada's oldest national park, where you'll find Lake Louise, Banff.
No answer.
This is a term aristocrats use for the lower classes, and it was also a beloved character in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Riff Raff.
Riff Raff is right. This classic, let me try this again. This classic horror actor narrated the original Grinch on TV. And he played Frankenstein as well. Boris Karloff. It's the Arizona city that's home to the Lowell Observatory. Flagstaff. And finally, he was the favored son in the play Death of a Salesman. Biff.
Yes.
Biff Loman. All right, you've got 10 points. Congratulations. We'll be back for the 3-for-all after these messages. We are back, and I'd like to give a big hand to the coaches, 2 long-term coaches who've been with us in the Quiz Kid teams for a long time. First from Harker, Mr. Bradley Stoll. And let's say hello to the Westmoor coach, Mr. Alan Bronstein. All right, teams, you should get your hands on your buzzers. We're going to play the 3-for-all. I'll ask a toss-up question, and the team that answers it correctly will control the next question or 2. So we have 60 to 10. I want to get started right with the play. Good luck to both teams. Here's your first question. Which town in southeastern Massachusetts is named for the place from which the Mayflower Pilgrims set sail? Richard.
Plymouth?
That is right for 10. For 20, though its authenticity is questionable, it's become an American icon. What date is carved onto Plymouth Rock?
Thanksgiving. No, Thanksgiving?
Yeah, maybe.
Thanksgiving?
No, the date is 1620.
Oh.
Next toss-up question. What park is home field to Major League Baseball's Red Sox? Emil.
Wrigley?
No, you can steal.
Oh, what's that one in Boston?
It's Fenway Park.
Of course.
With my crossbow, I shot the albatross. It's a line written by which English poet? Olivia.
Coleridge?
Correct. For 20, from what poem do we get that line?
The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The Rime of... Okay.
Yes, you got it. And for 40, as Coleridge titled the poem, how did he spell the word rhyme?
R-I-M-E.
R-I-M-E.
You got 40 points. Next toss-up. To many celebrities, their pests give me the 4-syllable term for pesky photographers. Olivia.
Paparazzi.
For 20 points, Paparazzi was the final single from whose debut album, The Fame?
Lady Gaga.
That's right. And for 40, Lady Gaga emerged from what large prop to perform at this year's Grammy Awards?
An egg.
You got 40 points again. Here's a math question for you. What kind of triangle has 2 sides of identical length? Vikram.
Isosceles.
Correct. For 20, what do we call it if all 3 sides are the same length?
Equilateral.
For 40, what do we call it if all 3 sides are different lengths?
Scaling.
You got 40 points. Like the Harker choir there. All right. Speaking of which, we have a music question. The name of what musical instrument comes from the Latin word for chestnut, castanea? Keelan.
Castanet.
Correct. For 20, contrary to popular belief, castanets do not usually accompany what style of Andalusian folk dance?
Flamenco dancing.
Correct. For 40, in Toy Story 3, who got reset and reprogrammed as a flamenco dancer?
Buzz.
Buzz Lightyear. That's 40 points. Congratulations. Capable of amplifying current by several orders of magnitude, what electronic device consists of a base, collector, and emitter? KK.
Amplifier.
I'm sorry?
Amplifier.
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Oops.
A transistor. Next toss-up. Architect Frank Gehry designed the building to look like a smashed guitar. Name the Seattle Museum of Science Fiction and Popular Music. Richard.
The EMP building?
That is right. Gehry also designed a branch of the Guggenheim Museum for what Spanish city?
Bilbao. Bilbao.
You should know that, Vikram. And the Experience Music Project building includes provide passage for what transport that connects. It includes a station to provide passage for what transport that connects Seattle Center to downtown.
A subway.
No. It's going to be a bridge. I don't know.
A bridge.
No, it was the monorail.
Oh.
All right, next toss-up. In August 1807, the North River Steamboat began scheduled service from New York to Albany. Name the inventor and entrepreneur who created America's first commercially successful steamboat. Tommy.
Fulton.
That is right. For 20, in 1800, while living in France, Fulton built one of the first practical submarines, which shared its name with what later fictional vessel in the Jules Verne novels?
Nautilus.
That is true. And for 40, the Nautilus appears in 2 Jules Verne novels. Name one of them.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That is right. In The Mysterious Island, you got 40. We'll be right back. Hello, we're in the middle of the three-for-all round. Here's your next toss-up. In the 2000 presidential elections, which senator was Al Gore's running mate? Emil.
Lieberman.
For 20, Lieberman is a senator from which state?
Connecticut.
You can.
Connecticut.
Correct. And for 40, what is Lieberman's political affiliation in terms of party at his current term of office?
Independent.
That is right, for 40 points. What do we call the large, rounded part of the brain that occupies most of the cranial cavity? Olivia.
The prefrontal cortex.
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Cerebellum.
It's the cerebrum. They transmit and receive messages both electrically and chemically. What do we call the basic cells of the nervous system? KK.
Synapse.
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Neurons.
Neurons is right. Neurons signal other cells through what junctions?
Synapses.
That's right. And for 40, what is the name of the class of chemicals that neurons use to send messages through the synapses to other cells?
Neurotransmitters.
You got 40 points. What country would you be in if you were attending the oldest university in the New World, the University of Santo Domingo? Richard?
Dominican Republic?
Correct. For 20, one of the newer sites in Santo Domingo is a lighthouse dedicated in 1992 on the 500th anniversary of whose landing in the New World?
Columbus.
Correct. For 40, the Dominican Republic and Haiti share what large island that Columbus named?
Hispaniola?
Yeah, Hispaniola.
You got 40 points. What dynasty came to power in 1613 under Michael following the time of troubles and acquired a German connection when Catherine the Great came to Russia? Emil.
Romanov.
Correct. For 20, Nicholas II's wife Alexandra was a granddaughter of what 19th century British monarch?
Victoria.
And for 40 points, Alexandra is particularly infamous for her friendship with what mystical Russian monk? Rasputin is correct. You got 40 points. He was governor of California while the Transcontinental Railroad was being built. Name this robber baron, better known as the founder of a university nicknamed Richard?
Stanford?
Correct. For 20, what was the name given to the group that consisted of Stanford and the 3 other investors in the Central Pacific Railroad?
Big Four.
I guess.
Big Four?
That's true. And for 40, of the 4 members of the Big Four, only one does not have a Nob Hill Hotel named for him. Poor guy. Which one?
I don't.
No answer?
I think he did all pretty well anyway. Charles Crocker. Name the 19th century showman known for his Wild West show. Richard.
Buffalo Bill?
Right. One of the performers in that show was what famous female sharpshooter?
Annie Oakley?
That is right. And for 40, name the Broadway musical based upon the life of Annie Oakley.
Annie, get your gun.
Yeah, Annie, get your gun.
Annie, get your gun. 40 points. In the U.S., as many as 23 people may sit on which deliberative bodies that can perform investigations and issue indictments? Emil.
Jury.
Say again.
A jury.
I need more.
A criminal jury.
No. You may steal it.
What type of jury? What type of jury? Just guess.
Grand jury?
That is right. For 20, which constitutional amendment often taken by defendants also requires indictment by a grand jury for capital crimes at the federal level?
Which amendment? The 5th.
The Fifth Amendment?
Correct. And for 40, both grand juries and the term due process trace their origin to what 1215 document that's still on the books in England and Wales?
The Magna Carta?
You got it for 40 points. That's the end of the round. We have 170 for Westmoor, 390 for Harker. We'll be right back for the final round of the game. Don't go away.
Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
We are back, and it's time for the final round. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. Point value is 30 for each question. Good luck to both teams. Here we go. The cause of a 1956 international crisis, what artificial waterway connects the Mediterranean? Richard.
Suez Canal?
Correct. This author hated totalitarianism. Who is famous for the line, some animals are more equal than others in animal... Yes, Richard.
Orwell?
Correct. What molecule known by a 3-letter abbreviation comes in transfer and messenger forms? KK.
RNA.
Correct. It erupted in AD 79 and destroyed the cities of Pompeii. Yes, Vikram. That is correct. If you want to judge an egg's freshness, put it in salt water. What will an old egg do? KK.
Float.
Correct. It is the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world. What city on the Barada River is the capital of Syria? Emil.
Damascus.
Right. Currently headed by Secretary Ken Salazar, what cabinet department administers the National Park Service? Richard.
Department of the Interior?
You got it. 2 answers are needed here. Name the 2 European countries that border the Bay of Biscay.
Spain and France.
That is right. If a chemical is non-ferrous, it is devoid of what element? Richard.
Iron?
Correct. You might be tempted to kiss under what Oklahoma State flower during KK?
Mistletoe.
Right. She fell in love with a foreigner who came to Colchis to retrieve the golden fleece. Who killed her own brother, married Jason? KK?
Medea.
Correct. What dangerous byproduct of combustion has chemical formula CO? Emil.
Carbon monoxide.
That is right. As in the title of this Middle Eastern classic, the stories of Scheherazade went on for how many nights? Olivia.
1001.
Right. What property conserved in any 2-body collision is equal to mass times velocity?
Momentum.
Richard. That is,
Momentum.
I'm going to go with Richard.
Momentum.
That is right. Refusing to surrender his ship, he said, I have not yet begun to fight. Yes, Tommy.
Jones?
That is right, John Paul Jones. Although Picasso spent most of his life in France, he was born in what neighboring country whose fascist...
Spain.
Right, we've got Spain on the brain. What island chain dominates the Bering Sea and stretches from the mainland?
Aleutian Islands?
That is right, Richard. Organic chemistry is the study of compounds that contain what element? KK.
Carbon.
Right. He was never elected to any office, but what founding father's image last appeared on the $50 in 1963? Richard.
Alexander Hamilton?
No. You can steal.
Ben Franklin.
That is right, Ben Franklin. Maryland State Bird inspired the name of its Major League Baseball team who plays home games at Camden Yards. KK.
Cardinals.
No.
Okay.
Blue Jays.
The Orioles. Later famous for hiring Einstein, which Eastern University was founded? Olivia.
Princeton.
Correct. He became King of England by winning the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485, named this first Tudor king the father of Henry VIII. Emil.
Harry VII.
That is right. The end of the game, 470 for Westmoor. Harker's got 720 and wins the game.
Go to quizkids.tv to meet our teams, learn more about the questions on today's show, and to get tickets to see the show in person.
Westmoor, that was a nice, strong finish. We had an exciting few minutes at the end of that game. Harker, you won. We'll see you later on, and we'll see you next week on Quiz Kids. Bye-bye. Nicely played. I don't know why.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible. The San Mateo Credit Union. Additional support provided by the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry and the Knights Templar.